What up, YouTube? B. Pierce in the house. I want to talk about the new development in the Kyrie situation. So, my opinion is this: Kyrie been on a path of knowledge for the last 5 or 6 years. He's found himself to a degree. He found out his heritage. He knows what he knows to be true about his race, right? What happened was he saw the availability of that movie on Amazon, right? In the books. He thought it was okay because it's been sold on Amazon. It must be okay. So I'll enlighten my people who don't know these truths. I'll tweet out a link, a simple link. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to do anything out of the way to say anything that would harm myself or harm anybody else that he thought. He has a beat writer in Brooklyn rather, named Nick Friedel. Nick Friedel, wherever he goes, he's a person that wants to start trouble with the star player on the team. If he can't get what he wants out of you, he's going to be your enemy, right? So he started with the Chicago Bulls as a beat writer, as a columnist. Then he went over to Golden State. They threw his butt out of there because they were tired of him coming up with stories every week. He goes to Brooklyn to follow the Nets. The first year Kyrie gets there, he's on Kyrie's neck about every little thing. So Kyrie was like, Kyrie was talking truths about COVID. But Nick Friedel, who's a liberal media member, didn't like what Kyrie was saying. So Kyrie basically told him, leave me alone, in not so many words. The next year, Kyrie come back. Him and KD playing together. Kyrie got hurt. KD got hurt. James Harden gets hurt. But good old Nick Friedel, trying to make a story out of something that, they don't want to talk about, caused dissension between James Harden and Kyrie. That was the first year, because he was mad because Kyrie didn't come back against that in the Bucks series. James Harden was a little bit mad because he didn't come back. Kyrie didn't come back for the Bucks series. And they could have, when they won 7 games, would have hobbled James Harden, and KD was lights out. So the next year comes along. Kyrie is really into what he believes to be true. He's burning sage in the locker rooms. He's talking about his heritage of his mother being an Indian and he wants to go look at his heritage fully. James Harden is looking at him sideways. So good old Nick Friedel likes to match on the bomb to make Harden want to be out of there, to tank their last year. They bring in Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons don't play at all. Then come this year. They still mad because Kyrie was saying what he said about the COVID jab, and they mad because he got over. They mad because he got over not having to get the jab, right? They not mad didn't take the jab. They mad because he got over not having to take the jab and won. See, those people don't like when you win and you're not like them. They can't stand when you win. So, Friedel wants to make a story every day with Kyrie. Every day is something. At some point, you get tired. As a man, you get tired. You don't want to hear the same rhetoric from the same guy. Nick Friedel don't know nobody. Nobody likes him. He has no friends in the NBA. He cannot go call a player right now and say, let me do an interview. No player likes him. He's a funny face punk. And I didn't like him when they had him on ESPN trying to be a studio analyst. He's stupid, he's ignorant, and he's boring. They got him off of there because nobody likes watching him. Kyrie did nothing wrong, but he tried to get slick in this situation. He knew that he was going to stir up controversy with that tweet, but he was trying to hide his hands while doing it. He was trying to say, well, I didn't say nothing. I just put a link out to the tweet. I didn't, But to them, you stabbed their whole family lineage. Kyrie might as well should have killed everybody in their whole family. The family tree, burned it to the ground. Because that's how they feel about him. So now, the Brooklyn Nets talking about he got to apologize 100 times in 100 different ways. I ain't never heard of nothing like that. God damn. He got to apologize to the ADL. They gonna want that $500,000 back. Then they want to have a meeting with him. Meet for what? What am I meeting with y'all for? What is he meeting with y'all for? He got to apologize to the Brooklyn Nets. What? He got to apologize on social media that what he did was wrong. But I'm trying to figure out what he did. He didn't do anything wrong, per se. Then they want him to take classes. That's too much. I'm not apologizing. I apologize to the ADL. I'm not meeting with him. I apologize on my social media accounts, all of them. Whatever he got, I apologize on it. If I was him, I would apologize on all of my accounts. After that, kick rocks. Players Association, Jaylen Brown, the vice president, stepped up and said some real stuff. Wait a minute. Y'all breaking the collective bargaining agreement. Nowhere in any agreement in the agreement says that he has to do that to be able to play. Brooklyn Nets don't want Kyrie. They want him to quit. If I'm him, I say trade me or release me. Trade me or release me. But then you got a lot of those blanks owning the teams. So who gonna sign him? Unless he do what they want him to do. Kiss ass. Why do black men always have to kiss ass to get over? Why we always have to apologize for something? Like Kyrie told them in that press conference after practice the other day. Where were you guys when I found out millions of my my ancestors buried in this ground and don't know where they come from. They don't know who they are. They were brought over here and treated like dirt. Y'all don't care about that. All y'all care about is what y'all care about. And it ain't us. Black men been under siege for the last 10 years. I'm talking about heavily. Really heavy. They make all the stars, like LeBron James, he my guy, but they made him come out and be the spokesman to go against Kyrie. You didn't have to say nothing, LeBron. What was the purpose of them asking you that question? Taking the focus off y'all playing bad in that third and fourth quarter against Utah Sunday, so you talk about Kyrie to take it off of you.